Hello, welcome back. Today I am going to grind. And by the way, this nice looking shirt, I bought it about 3 months ago from the small business, woman minority owned small business based in Atlanta. And this thing is perfect, still fitting the way it's supposed to fit, even after washing it and taking care of it. And for more information about this shirt, because I like to support small businesses, go to my description. I'm going to have a link there. So today I'm going to do Blackened Mahi Mahi with a side of cauliflower couscous. And I'm going to make both dishes and I'm going to show you how to do that. And it's going to be less than 1 gram of carbs. So it's going to be nutritious, delicious, and you're going to love it. But before I start, if you like my philosophy or enhancing your senses where you're cooking and or eating, make sure you share this video so people can apply similar philosophy. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, click the like button, and if you have other ways of doing certain things, go to the comments and share those with me. So, go nowhere. Let's have some fun. Let's create. So let me introduce some of the key ingredients. Clearly, I have the mahi mahi. This is fresh cut. It's not farm raised, so it's a nice mahi mahi. And for the mahi mahi, all you need is salt, sea salt or regular salt or Himalayan salt, doesn't matter. And you're going to need some coarse ground black pepper. Those are the two key ingredients. For your cauliflower couscous, clearly you're going to need some cauliflower. The amount is depend how much you want to make. Here's about half of a whole cauliflower. You peel the green leaf and just grab this stuff and pull it out. You're going to need some fennel seeds, some cumin seeds, not a lot, just a little bit. You're also going to need some Italian parsley, chopped, not a whole lot, just a little bit. See, you chop them. You're going to need some green onions. You chop them. You don't need a lot, maybe about 2 teaspoons, if that. And you're going to need some extra virgin olive oil. And today I'm going to go with the Tunisian one. And you notice I have a lot of type of extra virgin olive oil. In fact, I have a video that I explain how to select award-winning extra virgin olive oil from a regular supermarket or regular store. And I'm going to put a link to that video in my description. So I'm going to cook this beautiful mahi mahi without the skin. So I'm peeling the skin out, as you can see here. I'm using a paring knife because it's easier for me. Easy for me to show you what I'm doing. Here's the skin completely out. And now what you do is very simple. You use some salt. Once again, whatever type of salt you want. Rub it nicely. And then you use a generous amount of coarse ground black pepper. This is a generous amount. You do the same for the other side. Salt. If you're using sea salt, you might want to add a little bit less. And a general amounts of the coarse ground black pepper. So I had it in high heat. I had to reduce it because I was taking too long, but I'm going to put it back to high heat. This is the fillet. It's thick, so I'm going to have to watch it closely because I don't want it burned. And having this coarse black pepper on top, it's hard kind of to see. So you have to look this side. You have to observe closely. Because I cannot give you a time. I cannot give you a time because every stove is different. So I'm going to put some extra virgin olive oil. Here you have it. See how. So I cook it on one side for 2.5 minutes. I see how this thing is moving up, meaning that it's getting cooked. See the change of color. What I'm going to do, I'm going to flip it. See how beautiful and dark it looks. The other side I have cooked so far for 4 minutes. And this is a thick fillet, so I'm going to let it cook for a little bit longer because I can tell that it's not fully cooked internally. Okay, so I'm going to let it cook a little bit longer until I feel comfortable. To get a little bit flaky and like that. I don't want it raw because the fish. You have to be careful. See how dark and nice. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to let it rest for about 5-8 minutes. So there are a couple ways you can do this. You need a food processor, and what you're going to do, you're going to add your cauliflower. That's one way, and then it's going to take a little bit because you have to make sure it becomes a powder. Or you can actually use one of those things and grind. You grind the cauliflower into rice, and then from rice, what I call cauliflower rice, and then after you grind it, you put it here, which is in essence grabbing the cauliflowers and grinding it through this, and then you put in the food processor to reduce more into a couscous-like texture. So let's start low. So you take it out of the blender, transfer to a container. Oops, gonna lose that. And this one have a lot of natural liquid, so I want to drain it a little bit. I don't always do this process, but I noticed this one has too much liquid. I can feel it. Or at least that's what I feel. You put it in a cloth, a thin cloth, not could be a handkerchief, whatever. What I do is I put it here and I start squeezing the water out. See how much it has? Yeah, my suspicions were right. You squeeze it out. Doesn't have to be perfect, just squeeze enough out. And this one has a lot of natural water. And it can impact the cooking process, especially if you're trying to use couscous to make a mass for a pizza, couscous pizza. Definitely you have to squeeze that water out. When you're doing rice, because you grind it, I don't the grains are a little bit bigger. I rarely squeeze the water out because it's no need for that. When you're cooking regular rice, you need water anyhow. But for this couscous, I definitely, because I could feel it. It was too much water, see? And then you transfer back to this container your cauliflower. And break it out. Break it out so it doesn't become like a mass or whatever. See how beautiful it looks? Now you truly have a couscous-like cauliflower couscous. So I have this nice pan, high heat. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of my extra virgin olive oil. Not a lot, just a little bit. You don't want this swimming or frying or whatever, just a little bit. Float it around. And I'm going to do something optional. This part is typically not part of the couscous, cauliflower couscous that I'm making. But I have some extra, when I cut the skin of the mahi mahi, a little bit of the mahi mahi got cut out. So just a tiny bit. So what I'm going to do, I'll cut it into even smaller pieces. And I'm going to add it here. I don't want to throw things away that I can use to add flavor to my meal. This is optional. If you cut the skin perfectly, then you don't have to worry about this part. Move it up for a little bit. Add your green onions. Saute for a few seconds. Then add your cauliflower couscous. This is going to be very quickly, by the way. So you have to have all your ingredients handy because it's not going to take a long time to cook. Move it around so things mix. Add you cannot break it down further if you see little mountains. Add your Italian parsley. You can use regular parsley too. I just happen to have Italian handy. See how beautiful the colors looks. And add your fennel seeds. Make sure that distributed through the cauliflower couscous and add your cumin. Those aromatics. Giving that Mediterranean smell and taste. See? That's it. It's ready. Turn the thing off. Move it out of there. It's ready. See how beautiful?